Coming up next on this edition of In the City, the City Council is taking their meetings on the road, and we found out why they're doing this. Are you one of the many people struggling to keep up your New Year's resolution to be more active? Well, we have a fun way to keep up your motivation. I'll have all the details for you in just a few moments. Plus, the miracle field is really starting to take shape. David Price recently came out to get the ball rolling, literally. We were there and got a chance to talk to David himself. And good news for Murfreesboro dog owners, the second Bark Park is now open. I went to check out Cason Bark Park to get a first-hand look. We'll tell you all about those stories and more coming up right now on this edition of In the City. Welcome to another edition of In the City, your source for what's happening right here in the city of Murfreesboro. I'm Cecilia Herrell. The Murfreesboro City Council has decided to have 4 town hall style meetings throughout Rutherford County to see what is on the minds of city residents.
The Murfreesboro City Council has a lot on their plate right now. With the explosion of growth this area is seeing. With that growth come a lot of challenges. So the council is hosting town hall meetings that citizens can attend to voice concerns with the city. This one took place at Blackman United Methodist Church.
This is our second town hall meeting. The intentions of these meetings is to make the council aware of the concerns that the public has. We had a meeting with the downtown dwellers about 4 months ago, and in that meeting we discussed everything from planning, what the plans for the downtown area are, what as far as transportation needs and concerns are, crime concerns, any topic that the public wants to bring up. It was such a success with the downtown one that we said, well, let's spread it around town and see if we can get everybody's opinion of what's going on. So we chose to divide the city in 4 parts, north, south, east, and west. And this is the western town hall meeting. This meeting is probably going to discuss their interest in the future park, as well as anything else they want to talk about. It's really their forum, and we're just here to listen and try to help educate as well.
Residents came up to address questions to city staff. Their names and emails were taken, and if their question could not be answered, the city staff emailed the answer to them at a later date. Councilman Smotherman spoke about the importance of these informal meetings.
I think that when we have the town hall meetings, it's more like talking in your backyard or talking across the fence, and that's the whole intention, is for people to be comfortable and come and speak with their council members and explain to us what it is that they're interested in.
At the first town hall meeting, 25 to 30 were expected, and a little over 100 residents showed up. This meeting, 150 residents attended to talk about anything from traffic, parks, solid waste, and planning.
I think the excitement is here in Murfreesboro because of the growth, and they know that their area is going to change. And with the growth that's taking place on the west side of the interstate, we have a little over 40,000 people who live on the western side of the interstate in Murfreesboro now. That's basically a town the size of Smyrna. And but they are Murfreesboro, and we have the same concerns on the north and the other side of town. We just want to make sure that the council members are aware of what's going on across town, because we have one council member who lives in the western area out here, but we don't get into some of the neighborhoods as much as we would like to, and that's just because we're not close to them. So this is our effort to try and become closer to those neighbors.
Everyone wants to have a fun way to exercise, right? Well, the Coffee Marathon combines coffee and exercise to get your motivation going. I spoke with Jennifer Joins to learn all the details just for you.
Today we're talking about the Coffee Marathon, and it's its 4th year. We started the Coffee Marathon obviously 4 years ago because we had a little void in the winter. We wanted to get people out and moving, and this was a perfect thing for it. The $25 covers your handmade coffee mug, and it also covers the materials you'll receive. We're finally online. Woo. So you can go to Run Sign Up and look for the Coffee Marathon, and they'll take care of your registration. Now it is a couple dollars more for Run Sign Up. It's $27.50 instead of the $25. You can also come to Sportscom, or you can go to the Wilderness Station. And we will continue to take registration through February 28th. Now you do need to be done by the end of March. So the last time we really would like you to come in and bring your completed passport will be March 31st. We have some of the same shops that we had last year, and we also have new ones. The coffee stops, some of the new ones, we have the Artful Donut, City Cafe, Just Love Coffee Roasters, Sylvan Park, which is a new one. We have the Sportscom, which is one of our old ones. And then we also have Simply Pure Sweets, and then we have the Wilderness Station. 7 different routes, still equals 26.2 miles. You can do the coffee marathon however you wish. You can walk it, you can run it. We've even told people they could divide it if they wished. It's really up to you. It's an honor system, a lot of it. You can do it on your own. You can do it with your friends. You can do it at night or in the morning. And if the coffee shop is not open when you do it, you can bring your passport here to the Sportscom and we will sign it for you. When you finish all 7 routes and you get your passport signed, you can bring that into either Sportscom or the Wilderness Station, and they'll give you a coffee mug. So we're back to the first year's coffee mug. It's the one with the handle on the side. It's still the green color, and it's made by Red Oak Pottery, which again is a local business.
David Price recently made a trip to the Miracle Field construction project to get the ball rolling. This was a small gathering of media and sponsors of the project before David left for Boston Red Sox spring training.
David Price, Major League Baseball player, Cy Young Award winner, 5-time All-Star, and Murfreesboro native, recently visited the new Miracle Field that's under construction to get the ball rolling. David Price's foundation, Project 14, has organized the Miracle Field project, and David has donated $300,000 of his own money to the $3 million project. The recent media gathering on a cold, blustery day was to highlight a water feature at the field, a 12,000-pound granite baseball that includes David's autograph. It also floats on water and will have fountains that kids can touch. Also gathered at the event were sponsors of the project, the mayor, and city council members.
We literally are getting the ball rolling, so we're excited to have David. We're excited to have Project 14. We're excited to have all the donors who are here, specifically Christy Houston. Thank you all for being here. David, we're super excited about this. Every day my 4-year-old, we drive by and he asks when he can go play on the playground, so we're ready. So thanks everyone for coming out.
Well, at this time, we're just getting a photo opportunity. David getting the ball rolling. This is the fountain that we're so excited about. So, David, if you'll give it a good spin.
David talks about giving back to his community through his Project 14 organization and what his parents instilled in him growing up.
You know, making an impact on people's lives in a positive way. That's something my parents talked to me about at a very young age. My parents and myself, we talked about it for a while, and it's been a lot of time and a lot of hard work from a lot of people to get to where we're at right now.
David talks about what baseball fans will experience when they attend these baseball games.
Pure happiness. That's what it's about. Whenever you go out there and you hear their stories from, whether it's the kids or their parents, just to see the smiles on their faces that morning, it'll change you, I promise. It's, hearing the parents, they're talking about their kids on Wednesday saying, there's 3 more days until we get to play baseball. They have countdowns on their doors or whatever it is. That's how much it means to these kids. And it means a lot to the parents as well, just for their kids to have that opportunity to go out there and play baseball. So if you come out and experience it, I promise you will you will leave, different than when you came.
David reaches out to the community to explain how important volunteers are for these games to happen.
We need volunteers. We need helpers. This is something that's special, and it's taking off right now. I believe there's going to be a lot more going on with Miracle Fields around this area in the coming future as well. So this is just the start of it. So everybody can come out and say they were one of the first ones to do the Miracle Field in Murfreesboro, and that'll be something cool to say.
Mark your calendars. The grand opening for the Murfreesboro Miracle Field in front of Sportscom will be Saturday, April 1st at 10 a.m.
Murfreesboro's second Bark Park is now open for dog owners and their furry friends. The Cason Bark Park is located on the opposite side of town of the first Bark Park.
We're at the Cason Bark Park, and it's the newest addition for our furry friends in Murfreesboro.
Murfreesboro's second dog park is now open. This dog park is located at the Cason Lane Greenway Trailhead.
We had originally planned to do a few upgrades to the existing dog park, and one of our employees said, hey, why don't we instead build another one? And we thought about it for a minute and thought that's a great idea, actually. So we looked at all the different existing parks that we had and narrowed it down to this one area.
The dog parks are on opposite sides of town to better serve all of Murfreesboro's furry friends. Dog owners on this side of town are very happy about the new addition.
I like the dog park, and I'm gonna plan to come here a whole bunch, and I really enjoy it.
I think it's really good that it got built here. I live closer to Smyrna. I'm in the Blackman area, so it's a really long drive to go to the other one. So this one's really good. My dog loves to come play with other dogs, so it's nice.
The Cason Bark Park features an off-leash area for dogs of all sizes, a beautiful black iron fence, a dog fountain with a bowl at the bottom, and a water hose hookup so you can wash your dog. The Bark Park is not only for dogs, but also dog owners. The Cason Bark Park even has a pavilion to provide shade with picnic tables so dog owners can relax. The new Cason Bark Park is located at 1100 Cason Trail. Both bark parks are open 7 days a week from sunrise and close a half hour prior to sunset. For more information regarding Bark Park rules and regulations, please visit our website at murfreesborotn.gov. Reporting for CityTV, I'm Cecilia Herrell. The new Murfreesboro Police Department headquarters building is starting to take shape. The structure is made of steel beams, but one of the beams holds a very special meaning behind it.
The Murfreesboro Police Department's new headquarters, being built on Highland Avenue, got a personal touch recently. The last I-beam that was placed into the steel skeleton of the building was first over at Oaklands Park, being signed by the public. Dignitaries, employees, families, and members of the public signed their names, wrote scriptures, and just wrote words of encouragement to the Murfreesboro Police Department. The beam signing was a symbolic gesture to let the police department know the community is behind them as they protect and serve the public.
It's a special day that we get to come out, and that from construction terms that we get to finish up the framing, that we get to top something off. And so when we top something off, that means that we've gotten up on something. So I know that we're proud of the structure that's going up. We're proud for what that's going to do in this area, continuing to stabilize a significant portion of our downtown. So this has really been a team effort from the time that we decided 2.5 years ago that we bought this building and had the opportunity to be able to provide something for our police officers and those who protect us. And that's what I put on when I sign something, is for God to protect those who protect us. And that's what we pray for our staff who keeps Murfreesboro safe every day.
I want to thank the mayor and the city council for their support on this building. Without their vision, this wouldn't be possible. And this building is going to support the men and women of the police department for a very long time. It's in a great spot, a great location. I was asked questions, why do we need such a big building? Because our family, the MPD, has been spread across many different buildings, and now it's going to allow us to come together, consolidate, and combine our training, our efforts, and our thinking under one roof to really carry forward with the needs of Murfreesboro in the future. So we're really excited about that with the opportunities that it's going to present us.
After the last signature was signed, a forklift picked the I-beam up, drove it by way of Highland Avenue. The crane grabbed hold of it, and it was lifted into place. The new headquarters is the former 8-acre Murfreesboro Medical Clinic on Highland Avenue, which the city purchased for $4.7 million. It is 133,000 square feet that will house the entire police department of around 332 employees. There will also be a community room, state-of-the-art communications, and a firing range. The MPD is hoping to have the ribbon cutting in December of this year.
Was it just another polar bear plunge this year? No, actually a record-breaking temperature made it especially frigid, and the plunge was dedicated to a longtime city council member.
The annual Polar Bear Plunge took place, as always, the first Saturday of the year, January 7th, 2017. This year was the coldest on record, with the air temperature being 14 degrees, wind chill 8 degrees, and water temperature a frigid 38 degrees. But what helped warm everybody up was the plunge this year was dedicated to the late Vice Mayor Doug Young, a longtime city council member and multiple polar bear plunge jumper. His close friend and co-jumper, Judge Ben Hall McFarland, dedicated this year's plunge at a city council meeting.
Every year, they've been doing it for like 15 years, they have a polar plunge at the sports com. And you take some goods, some food, and I know Doug and I started the second year they had it. I didn't do it the first, but after the second year, we would do it every year. And we're doing it this year in memory of Doug. He was very faithful. Yeah, it's a tough year, but we had this T-shirt made with where Doug and I jumped another year. We're jumping for Doug this year. Doug was a big supporter of this polar plunge and the food bank here that it supports. His enthusiasm is just infectious. Cold weather like this, that was that much better. He got that much more excited. And so he was just one of a kind, and we just miss him an awful lot.
Well, when I first got elected to city council, that was one of the things Doug says, okay, look, you got to do this with me. So I did it with him most every year, and it was something he looked forward to. I mean, he was so excited when it came time around to do it. So, you know, it's bittersweet. We're coming out and jumping for Doug, and we'll continue that tradition. But, you know, you look through all the pictures, or you see him on the wall and see him up there, and so it's, you know, still that sort of sting that you see that he's not here, but we're proud to jump for him today.
This year, Sportscom Superintendent Bart Feit introduced for the first time the Doug Young Public Service Award. It was presented to Michael Warren of Boy Scout Troop 398 of St. Mark's United Methodist Church. Doug Young's wife Susan and his two sons Matthew and Andrew were there to present the award.
Doug was my best friend. And there's just a big hole in my life right now as I'm trying to adjust to not having Doug anymore. But he left such a legacy. You have to be appreciative for what he did for the community, with his family, anybody who was around him. Everything he touched, he made better. When he found out he had this terrible cancer, he really taught us how you should die. He was always as good a mood as anybody you could expect. So he just is a sterling example in any way you could think of.
And, as always, I went around to get the mood of the jumpers prior to the plunge.
This is my third year to come. I'm surviving cancer 2 times, and so this just gives me a great opportunity to do big girl things. I love it. The Polar Bear Plunge, donating to the Greenhouse Ministries. This is great stuff.
This is my first time, honestly. I'm going to dive off the diving board. I kind of feel excited and nervous at the same time. I'm hoping to get to jump off the diving board this year.
Because of the unusually cold temperatures, there seemed to be a common theme of people not showing up for the plunge.
The two people that kind of wanted to do this
are not even here.
They're not even here.
We're stuck doing it.
We're doing it.
Well, my friends were coming from school, but I think they chickened out last night.
The first year I had a team. The second year my team was smaller. This year with the weather, everybody's like, send me the pictures.
We got to the lighthouse! Yo, VIP.
Last words?
Let's kick it. Ice, ice, baby. Ice, ice, baby. Where's Charlie? Hey, buddy!
Hurrah! How you feel?
Good.
You don't look good.
Refreshing. I love it.
Woo!
How was it?
I didn't get all the way in. It's too cold. It's too cold.
How was it?
It was horrible. That was freezing. Coldest year.
But you did it.
Yep.
How was it?
Exhilarating.
It was awful.
You're not wet. Even too cold for a polar bear.
15 degrees.
Should have told me to get out of there.
Yeah.
Tell me to go.
This boy's crazy. It's like a second igloo. It's cold. Oh my God.
All right, y'all go get warm.
Thank you. Thank you.
Children spend the majority of their day in school, so we went to Mitchell Nielsen Elementary School to find out how local students have a good day at school.
We take having a good day really seriously here at school because we want school to be a safe, happy place. And sometimes home is not a safe, happy place, and sometimes they've had a bad morning, and so when we get to school, we got to turn that around.
Hey, my name is Frankie, and this is how I have good days in school. To be here on time and have a positive day and treat people how I like to be treated.
My name is Lexi, and how I have a good day is be here on time each day and have a smile to start the day.
My name is Caitlin, and how I start a good day is I work as a team, so I synergize and I have fun and be positive with my teacher and my friends at all times.
I have a good day at school by listening to the teacher and being proactive.
I have a good day at school by doing the 7 habits and being a leader.
I have a good day at school is walking in the hallway and don't run and I don't talk. Pick up trash when you see it and don't bully.
You don't bully, you have fun and learn and follow directions.
You can use the 7 habits to have a great day at school.
The kids at Mitchell Nielsen had great advice for having a good day at school. But there are other ways you can help your child. Children respond very well to structure. Make sure your child is on a daily routine. Be sure they have completed any homework or study for a test they may have the next day. Part of a routine is making sure your child gets plenty of sleep at night. And finally, start the day off with a good breakfast.
We think happy kids learn the best, and so that's our goal.
For more information about Murfreesboro City Schools, visit cityschools.net. Reporting for CityTV, I'm Cecilia Herrell. The city helps sponsor Tree Day each year to hand out trees to property owners that live near the riverbank. We found out why trees are so important for bank erosion.
As trees bloom across the city this spring, the Stormwater Program will hold an event that gives streamside residents an opportunity to plant more trees along local streams. The annual Tree Day event is about getting native trees and shrubs to residents living along streams. Every year since 2009, the Murfreesboro and MTSU stormwater programs, with the help of Rutherford County Stormwater, have set up booths around the city for distributing seedlings. Why trees and shrubs? Trees are one of nature's best tools for protecting a stream bank from erosion. Kind of like steel in a high-rise building. It's estimated that 432 pounds of sediment per acre is lost every year, in part due to inadequate buffer and bank erosion. And all across the city, This eventually equates to acres of property lost. In addition to providing stabilization, trees and other vegetation become habitat for wildlife living above and below the water. Healthy stream bank vegetation can also filter pollution before entering the stream. The diverse mixture of native trees and shrubs obtained for Tree Day from the Tennessee Division of Forestry can range from butterfly attracting indigo bush to the sturdy shumard oak. All make up a healthy buffer. Over the past 9 years, trees have been distributed to residents all along Murfreesboro's major streams to about 150 property owners. Residents with erosion or lengthy stream frontage can receive additional trees while supplies last. After the event, leftover trees are incorporated into streamside planting projects. Garrison Creek, Spring Branch, Sinking Creek, West Fork Stones River are just some of the streams where planting projects took place with leftover trees. On March 18th, residents living along streams in the Overall Creek watershed will be invited to pick up trees. Information regarding this event will be mailed out soon.
In other news, Linebaugh Library has a new exciting addition, a driver's license renewal kiosk for Rutherford County residents. The kiosk is easy to use, and you can even use a debit or credit card for payment. The kiosk prints out a temporary license that is valid for 20 days until you receive your new secure license or ID card in the mail within 5 to 7 days. An added benefit of the kiosk being at Linebaugh Library is that the library is open to the public for extended business hours and on weekends. Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sunday, 1 to 6 p.m. For more information on the kiosk, you can visit linebaugh.org. The City of Murfreesboro Purchasing Department now has the ability to take vendor registrations online. Vendors can now access the vendor registry at vendorregistry.com. The City of Murfreesboro also has launched an electronic city code and charter online. This is an online legal code that connects citizens to the city's code of ordinances and charter. Citizens can access the Murfreesboro Code by visiting our website anytime at murfreesborotn.gov. Black Fox Elementary recently broke ground with a $2.2 million expansion project, which includes 10 additional classrooms, storage, and parking. The expansion is expected to be completed this fall and will add room for up to 1,000 students. Well, that's it for this edition of In the City. As always, for more information about the City of Murfreesboro, you can always visit our website at murfreesborotn.gov. And if you want to see one of the stories that you've seen today or catch up on some of the latest city news, you can always visit the City of Murfreesboro's YouTube channel anytime. Don't forget, city offices will be closed on February 20th for President's Day. I'm Cecilia Herrell, and until next time, we look forward to seeing you in the city.